Hello, welcome to Remediation lesson number 5 of Numbers and Operations. The objective for this lesson is students will be able to represent numbers using scientific notation with 100% accuracy. We are first going to look at the definition of scientific notation and 2 short examples before we move on to the 3 main examples. So the definition of scientific notation is a number is written in scientific notation if it has the form c times 10 to the nth power, where 1 is less than or equal to c less than 10, and n is an integer. So in other words, c has to be between 1 and 10, but less than 10, and n has to be an integer, which means it has to be a nice number. This right here, remember that this is a multiplication sign. I know it looks kind of weird from the smartboard. Okay, so 2 examples representing or explaining the definition a little bit better. First example, if we have 7.25 times 10 to the 5th power, and we want to convert that to standard form, we will do so by moving the decimal point to the right 5 places since we have a positive exponent. So I'm going to rewrite 7.25. We're going to move it to the right 5 places. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to redraw the decimal point. Every time you move it over, you want to make sure that there's a placeholder or a 0 in its place if there's not already a number. So from scientific notation to standard form, the number is really 725,000. We're just rewriting this part right here where we move the decimal point over 5 places. So if the exponent is positive, you want to move your decimal point to the right that many places. Okay, the second example has a negative exponent. So whenever the exponent is negative, that means that you want to move the decimal point to the left 3 places. So I'm going to write down the 6, and there's an imaginary decimal point right after the 6, and that goes for any whole number. So you're going to move it to the left 3 places, 1, 2, 3. Fill in the zeros for your placeholder, and make sure you draw or rewrite the decimal point. So in standard form, it's really 0.006. So there's 2 examples using the definition and changing from scientific notation to standard form. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Let's move on to the 3 examples that are similar to ones that you'll see on a foresight. So first example, we are going to write this in standard form. So in other words, we're going from scientific notation to standard form. Okay. First thing that I'm going to do, and that you should do as well, is rewrite the 4.34 and then look at the exponent. The exponent's positive and it's 5. So we are going to move the decimal point over 5 places. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Redraw the decimal point and then put the zeros in for your placeholder. And then we are going to rewrite the number. So in standard form, it's 434,000. So again, from scientific notation to standard form, we end up with 434,000. So that's example 1. Example 2 is 6.22 times 10 to the 7th power. This is in scientific notation. We want to convert to standard form. So I'm going to start by rewriting 6.22. Since the exponent is positive, that means we are moving to the right. And we're going to move 7 places and then rewrite the decimal point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Rewrite the decimal point and then draw or write zeros in for your placeholder. So once you move your decimal point to the right, we're going to rewrite our number. And we have 5 zeros here, so make sure you rewrite 5 zeros. Put your commas in where they should go. We end up with 62,200,000 for the answer in standard form. So again, this would be our result of converting from scientific notation to standard form. Okay, one more example in this lesson. Example 3 is 5.25 times 10 to the 4th power. So we are going to write this in standard form. So I'm going to start by writing down the C, which is the first part of the scientific notation form. And let's look at the exponent. It's positive, so we are moving to the right. And we're going to move to the right 4 places, and then rewrite the decimal point. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Rewrite the decimal point. Draw or write 2 zeros in as your placeholder. Let's rewrite our number with 2 zeros. Count over 3 places to put your comma in. So 52,500 is the standard form from converting this scientific notation into standard form. We get 52,500. Okay, that is the last example in Lesson 5 for numbers and operations. So that ends this unit. We will move on to measurement shortly. Thank you.